Hey there, sports fans. This is Chad Cain, a.k.a. One Guy with a Mic. Are you still looking for that perfect, unique gift for your sports-loving child or grandchild? Or, as you'll find out, it's great for parents and grandparents as well. Because you're in luck. This episode is brought to you by RAKIT, the ultimate device for the ultimate fan. It's perfect for any time you need to make some noise. RAKIT combines a 7-inch megaphone, 8 powerful adjustable LED lights, noisemakers, and insert you design, and it's all fully customizable to match your team color. The coolest thing about this product is the founder. J.J. Abraham was the ultimate cheer dad, following his daughter's cheer group and around the country. He saw parents using all sorts of crazy things to make some noise for their kids, and he had an aha moment. He thought, why not combine all these thingamajiggers into an all-in-one compact device for the ultimate fan? JJ and his team worked 3 years on developing version after version, finally landing and arriving on RAKIT. That's RAKIT. So you can make some noise and cheer and be part of the action. So get out there, let's get loud. Bring a RAKIT to your next game or competition to cheer on your favorite team or athlete. You can customize your RAKIT with your own logos, drawings, and names. Get beads to match your team colors. Flashing lights add to the excitement. Are you ready to make a RAKIT and be part of the game? Each RAKIT pack comes with 1 RAKIT megaphone, 1 lanyard to keep a hold of this thing, 2 scratch-resistant bead packs, 1 clear and 1 color of your choice, and a 10-pack of customizable self-adhesive inserts. Currently on sale now for $24.99. To pick up your RAKIT today, head to myrakit.com. That's RAKIT.com. Now get out there and make some noise.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your place for all things great in sports history, and welcome to your sports break for this January 3rd episode. And we are so glad that you could join us here today to learn a little bit about some of the great milestone moments in sports history that happened on January 3rd by remembering the great athletes and the jersey numbers that they wore that were part of those great memories. But before we get to those uniform numbers, let's make sure that you are able to follow us on Twitter. Know our call handle. It is at Pigskin Dispatch. We'd love to have you follow us, send some feedback to us, participate, and commune with us there on social media on Twitter. Also, we are on Facebook at the Pigskin Dispatch page. So let's get to those January 3rd uniform numbers. Those numbers are 5, 7, 34, 33, 99, 14, 8, 4, 21, and 23. January 3rd, 1920 is our starting point, and the Boston Red Sox baseball club owner, Harry Frazee, announced an agreement to sell slugger Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees. It was $125,000 in cash and a $350,000 loan. Remember, this is 103 years ago, and it was the start of the 84-year curse of the Bambino on the Red Sox organization. January 3rd, 1931, the Montreal Maroons center Nell Stewart scored the 2 fastest goals in National Hockey League history with a pair that was 4 seconds apart in a 5-3 win over the Boston Bruins at Montreal Arena. Now think about that for a second. Scoring 2 goals 4 seconds apart. They must have taken right off the face-off and right into the net on the second one. Amazing. January 3rd, 1943, future NHL Hall of Famers number 5, Max Bentley, and number 7, Doug Bentley, his brother, assisted the third brother, Reg Bentley's only NHL goal in the Chicago Blackhawks' 3-3 tie with the Rangers in New York City. It is the only time in NHL history a trio of family members score and assist on one scoring play. January 3rd, 1981, the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers franchise retired the jersey number 34 in honor of former player Austin Carr. January 3rd, 1983, Dallas Cowboys running back number 33, Tony Dorsett, set an NFL record with a 99-yard rushing touchdown in a Cowboys 31-27 defeat at the hands of the Minnesota Vikings. January 3rd, 1991, Los Angeles' number 99, Wayne Gretzky, became the fastest and the youngest player in National Hockey League history to score 700 career goals. He had 886 games at the age of 29 years and 342 days in the LA Kings' 6-3 victory over the New York Islanders at the Nassau Veteran Memorial Coliseum. In 1993, on the 3rd of January, it was the comeback. Quarterback number 14, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, Frank Reich, led the Bills back from a 32-point deficit to defeat the Houston Oilers 41-38 in overtime in a wild card playoff game. It's the greatest comeback ever in NFL history, and then it was in an NFL playoff game, and I can remember watching that. We live in a community where the Bills we're in their home market, and I'm not a Bills fan, but we were watching that game, and being a Steelers fan, was rooting against the Oilers because they were in the Central Division with the Steelers at the time. And boy, it was just a shellacking by the Oilers in that first half. And if you turned that one off, you would really be sorry. And I'm glad I didn't, even though I wanted to, because Frank Reich really did an amazing thing with the rest of the Buffalo Bills that day. January 3rd, 1994, Steve Young, number 8 of the San Francisco 49ers, became the first quarterback to win 3 straight National Football League passing titles. Despite a 37-34 overtime loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, he was the first to lodge 3 consecutive passer ratings of 100+. On January 3rd, 2004, the Panthers kicker number 4, John Casey, tied the NFL record with 5 field goals in a single game to lead Carolina to a 29-10 victory over the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round of the playoffs in Charlotte, North Carolina. And finally, in 2016, on January 3rd, number 21, Jimmy Butler, breaks number 23, Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls record for points in an NBA half. He scored 40 of his 42 points in the second half to lead the Bulls in a 115-113 victory over the Toronto Raptors. And that's a great event when you can break one of Michael Jordan's records. But if he scored 40 of 42 points in the second half, Jimmy, what were you doing the first half, only scoring 2 points? That's the mystery that have to be solved by watching the video of it. It just happened 6 years ago. So that is our sports history for this January 3rd. We're glad you could join us. Hope you join us each and every day for some more great sports history. In the meantime, you can go to sportshistorynetwork.com to catch up on some great sports history. There's 30-some podcasters just bringing you some great sports history from all eras and genres, and it's sure to be something that everybody will like, everybody in a family does, because very family-friendly shows. And also, you can go to pigskindispatch.com and jerseydispatch.com, our personal websites, where we'll bring you some great football and sports history with the jersey numbers on jerseydispatch.com. So until tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. This penalty kill is almost over. I got to get back out on the ice. But thanks again for joining us for another great edition of Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We'll see you tomorrow. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskindispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel. You get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com. Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. we wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website, seriously, all you got to do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You could be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you got to do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.